Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues, the first match of the season. Um, as every season, full of optimism, um, and slowly Everton. It brings you back down to reality of where we're at the moment and who we are. Um, it ended Everton 0, Fulham 1. I've only just watched the highlights. I've seen many um, updates on the game, Twitter feeds, all that kind. Because obviously it wasn't broadcasted because it was at 3 o'clock. Um, I've just seen the highlights and I'm absolutely in disbelief at some. It's just unbelievable how many chances we've missed. It's clear and obvious we need a striker, and I've been dying for Everton to also be looking at centre backs as well. But from today's viewing, my God, we need to. Mopay should never play Premier League football ever again, and everyone's got their own opinion on things. We can't turn that bad of a striker overnight. I didn't. He lasted for a number of years with Brighton in the Premier League. Um, Played a lot of games. Was a nuisance. I said pre-match that he needs to be like a little rat. He needs to be just antagonising players, the opposition, and just being annoying. And he gives the effect of someone who just doesn't care. Like he just gives me lazy vibes, um, on and off the field. He just doesn't give me anything, and also what he doesn't give is goals. And some of the chances he missed today, you could argue the one from like 1 or 2 yards out. The goalkeeper's literally right in your face. It's pretty hard to, it's just a matter of luck, really, with them ones. The shot he dragged wide, there's just no quality about it in it. It's such so just no quality. Like you're shocked that he's a striker. Like he's got no sort of composure or anything. It's just pure instinct, but he hasn't got the quality to do that. Um, with pure instinct and the Decore chance in the first half, absolute. And I don't want to rip into Decore. The guy's goals kept us up in the last few games in the season. He kept us up with all his goals and his positive play and whatnot. Um, but that was an absolute shocker. It was like FIFA on beginner mode. We just walk past the defenders and you take all the time in the world to choose what shot you're gonna do, um, and how you want it to go in. And he just completely, absolutely bamboozled it. Like, and he is a Premier League player to me. He shows flashes of why he's a Premier League player. But moments like that, that's absolutely dreadful. Like, it's absolutely dreadful. Um, just a number of chances. You know, the it's just it's so frustrating because we seemed on top throughout the whole game. And listen, I've take the positives out of this. It's just hard being positive as an Everton fan, to be honest. But you've got to take the small positives and move on to the next game. And hopefully by the next game you introduce some new signings and whatnot. But yeah, it's tough at this moment because again, it's just another what if moment and another loss at home. That's 11 out of 20 now. Um, I said starting again a season with a loss at home 1-0, and then you play Aston Villa, I think, the next game like we did last season, which is obviously not ideal. Um, but yeah, we had a call as well that we should have had a goal. I've seen it. In my opinion, it's a goal, and that's not just me saying it because I'm an Everton fan, but it is. Um, we had no control of the ball. I thought before I watched it, I thought there probably would have been like maybe a bit of backing up on the goalkeeper or something, so he couldn't jump and collect the ball, as I've seen photos of it. Um, but it's clear as day that no, it wasn't, and Tarkovsky had every right to challenge for the ball, and Bird Leno didn't control it, and it forced Michael Keane. He slots it in and ruled out straight away, which I just think's diabolical, to be honest. Um, Unless there's new rules or something. But how much protection does a keeper need? You know what I mean? Especially when he doesn't have control of that situation. Um, yeah, a few more chances as well. I think I can't recall because we've had that many. Um, we had loads in the second half as well. Big notably, the Patterson chance which hit the bar, should have buried it. I know you're not a striker, but it's an open goal basically in front of you. You've got to get on target and hits the bar, and it's just edge. It's just adding more to the frustration. Yeah, just I can't even record. There was that many chances. I've only just watched the video, and it just shows what we need. There's passages of play which from the chances I've seen was really well done. You know what I mean? Onana apparently in the first half looked great. Everyone kept saying give the ball to Onana. He's driving in midfield. Um, so it was that chance with the corner where he slotted through for him basically from the wing. Um, and then yeah, there's so many other chances. Um, but you know, at the end of the day, we all know what we've needed throughout the summer. And there's also there's no one creative in the middle. We're still missing that number 10, which ironically has gone to Danjuma. But for a position wise, we don't have any attacking midfielders. In my eyes, that is someone who could cut through defences with one pass and whatnot. We have Decore who kind of plays as a second striker slash CEM, but he doesn't have them qualities to do that. He's kind of more of a rough and an edge player, kind of just a little battler in that part of the field. Doesn't really have the quality to get on the board and get that pass, get that long range shooting. He doesn't have any sorts of them type of qualities. He just has his raw box to box, gets you the goal. Can play a pass, but it's a rarity. And yeah, that's another thing. We're all going striker, striker, striker. And yes, if you feed the ball, if you had a James Rodriguez feeding the ball to Mope will probably get that ball 9 out of 10 times, but won't probably finish most of them. So yeah, there is obviously an idea that there's obviously, sorry, we still need to buy a striker. I'm not denying that. We've got Yusuf Chimiti coming in, having a clue really who he is. I only watched him through some YouTube videos, and he's still 19. He's got a lot to learn. Which in my ideas is still a bit of a risk because of where we're at. I want us to have kind of a settled squad before probably buying into transfers like that. But um, as I said in the video for the announcements, I'm still happy that we're going down that route in a way. But after today, it just gets you a bit more worried and adds the pressure more to buy another striker, because we can't trust Dominic Calvert-Lewin to stay fit and to keep fit. And so today he hasn't even made the bench, which in my eyes, I think we could have needed him for 15-20 minutes. I don't think you can be match sharp and whatnot and be have your fitness and all that kind of stuff, but 15-20 minutes to me, and it was it fell to one of them type of games where you might have needed him. Danjuma came on, said did all right. Dobbin come on as well, I think, for Ghana. I've kind of like put two up front. Yeah, it got a bit desperate towards the end. Fulham were good in parts, but I say Everton mostly dominated, to be honest, when you look at the stats as well. And it's Fulham's first shot on target all game. And it really wasn't a very hard chance for someone to not put away. You know what I mean? It was the ball comes to Mitrovic and he just plays the ball, and it just seems like the whole defence just opened up. I think Keane ran across to try and block the player going into the box to cross it into Bobby Deco Reed, and he's got about 3 yards, 2 yards to tap it in, and we're 1-0 down, and then it's just kind of desperate after that. Iwobi has a striker goal. Yeah, I think even with the likes of McNeil today, I don't think it would have made a difference, because, and I know we survived a lot last season without a striker like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but it did help him a lot more when he did have him. And I just don't think he could have done much today, to be honest, because, like I said, he's had players up front who can't finish the tee. So, um, yeah, another open day defeat. It's next week now. You've got a horrendous trip away to Aston Villa, who are on the rise at the moment, and yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen from here, to be honest. It could be just a rough start to the season, and then once we got all the players embedded in, if we do, then things could turn out better for us. But yeah, you can't help feel negative after that. When you just looked at the start and line up, you're a bit like, God, I don't know. People asking for Godfrey to come back in. I don't know why people are so desperate for Godfrey to come in. To me, when I watch him, he is very, what's the word for it? He's just not good enough for you. Basically, he's not good enough. Um, it would take time with him. Maybe he has to go on loan. If he had more of an option in the back, I think Godfrey would have been sent out on loan to prove himself a bit more, because to me, he's still not a Premier League defender by a country mile in my eyes. He's got pace and all that, but he just doesn't concentrate. He hasn't got good defensive positioning and awareness around him. All the traits that you need to be a very good Premier League defender. The bench as well, loads of youngsters. Squad depth is really low at the moment. I know we're missing Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Dele Alli, McNeil. I'm sure a couple of others as well. Coleman. But yeah, listen. I was hoping for, I said 2-0 today. I would have took a point after seeing that starting lineup. And we all knew who we have anyway. Like, it was probably going to be that type of lineup. And when you look at it more, you got to use your Everton head instead of, you've got these players back to new season, blah, blah, blah. Some of these are the same old crap players that we've had for a very long time. So, yeah, it's not a good start. Like I said, we haven't been battered. You can take the positives that we played well. Created a lot of chances, which Dice mentioned at the end of the game. But if you don't score goals in this league, we're going to be exactly how we are in the past 2 seasons. So my worry is, obviously, if you got strikers and blah, 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 the defence is still not good enough as well, and they are more prone to getting goals leaked against them. It's going to happen because I don't rate the defence fully yet. A lot better than it has been. In terms of who we got in there, and the addition to Young, I think Patterson will grow. Tarkowski's good. Keane, now to me, I think you're given too many chances, Keane, and throughout the season, we'll expect, and it probably will happen, that he'll drop off in form. And you just haven't got very good defensive cover after that. So yeah, it's gonna be a whirlwind of the next 2 weeks, but I think we've got to keep positive of the positives today, and then just move on now, and just hope we can get something from Aston Villa, which is going to be a very tough task. But this is the Premier League; anything can happen. But yeah, we've got to take the positives and move on. So yeah, if you can like, comment, subscribe, and share this video and whatnot, then I'll much appreciate it. And yeah, I was hoping to be happy with this, but I can't help myself but not. See you soon.